Good afternoon. My name is Joe Bandel, and I am the last Rosicrucian. Today we're going to talk about morality versus spirituality and some very interesting things that normally you wouldn't think about. Now that's the power of these things. What we're trying to do is get behind the reason why some narratives are the way they are and what happens with narrative, why it really works. So let me go ahead here. I believe in the soul, its powers, and the spiritual or non-physical worlds. I experience them on a daily basis, and to me there is nothing theoretical about them. They exist, they're part of me. Multidimensionality, psychic, whatever you want to call it. But it's not, the thing is that in today's world it's not politically correct to believe in the soul, the astral planes, Gaia's ascension, or spirituality in general. They don't, it's like, no, you don't, it's not cool to believe in those things. I do, I experience them. I don't not only believe in them, I experience the reality of them. Rational atheists have attacked spirituality and attempted to replace it with social morality. Think about that. Social morality. What really is social morality? Not only have they become God, now they're able to say, this is what's good, this is what's not good. You know, only God. Before, God was the one that would judge people on the judgment day, but people have taken that away. Social morality. They say that man can live without religion, but get this, they're also saying that moral law is eternal and absolute. Wow, well, I wonder who gets to determine what is moral and what is not. What they're trying to do is take the best from religion and spirituality and leave the soul and the astral planes, the non-physical realities behind, and pretend that they don't exist. But it doesn't really matter, because these rational atheists are simply trying to replace one higher authority with another. Remember, external authority versus internal authority, and the internal authority being the voice of conscience and the Christ Spirit within each human heart. They're just trying to replace one external authority, God, with another one, moral authority. They're trying to replace a divine authority with a man-made external authority. So there is no longer any need to proclaim that God is love, because they turn everything around, and the new saying is, love is divine. To love each other is divine. And there is a spark of truth in that, you know. But instead of saying, but who is to determine what love, what kind of love is it that they're talking about that's divine? The real truth is that the dominion of morality is just as complete as the dominion of Christianity or Muslim, Islam, or any other religion. Dominion is dominion. External authority is external authority. You can't get away from it. Internal authority, the Christ Spirit in the heart, the still small voice of conscience, is an internal authority, and it is supreme for each individual. And we need to believe in it. We don't need to believe in the supremacy of social morality or any external authority. In the past, religion has taught that only faith can reveal the truth. Have faith, have faith. Blind faith You don't need to prove it. Now, only human reason can reveal truth. Only logic and reason. Logic and reason is the only thing that can reveal truth. Forget intuition. Forget self-evident things. Forget what's right in front of your face. They've created a world they're trying to create where logic and reason is the only thing that can reveal truth. And I'll tell you, the heart is the only thing that can reveal truth. So I beg to differ with that. What about direct personal experience? Doesn't that reveal truth? Organic Gnosticism, the wisdom, the perception, the inspiration and illumination of the divine life force itself. Direct enlightenment. I guess none of these things exist. Archetypal reality. No. Logic and reason. And you know what's funny is several centuries ago, logic and reason, they made a fool of it. They were arguing how many angels could fit on the head of a pin. And they, in their recreation, they used logic. It was sport. It was the highest type of sport, to prove something using logic and reason and then disprove it right at the same time or immediately afterwards. They were using sophism. They were using wordplay. Logic and reason can't find truth. It can just spin around, and you can prove that today's the best day of your life, and you can prove that today is the worst day of your life, whatever you want. Logic and reason only leads to paradox. Thought, logic, and reason have taken the place in today's world of spirituality and religion. The mind is no longer occupied with spiritual things. And forget the heart. You're not supposed to have a heart. It's all mind. It's all hooked into your cell phones and your radios and your CD players. But now the mind is occupied with mental thoughts that are just as intangible and immaterial as spiritual things. We've traded one master for another. And it's mental instead of spiritual. When morality is able to stand on its own, apart from spirit, without the heart, it is no longer grounded in the divine. Think of this. When morality is dictated, it's no longer spiritual. Man is no longer controlled and directed by God or the still small voice of conscience, but controlled and directed by man. But man is still directed and commanded to ignore his own welfare in favor of some higher power, like social morality. It just spins itself around as a trick, as a trap, a mental shell game where we're being played with. Can you understand this? We're being played with. This whole idea of spirituality, it's being taken away from us, even though spirituality exists, and they're trying to replace it with man-made concepts of morality. And not only that, they're trying to put it in a artificial intelligence world. Does artificial intelligence have a heart? Is artificial intelligence capable of being humane? it's all mental, and it is separated from the heart. You know, when you used to think God was out there, God is an external power, at least there was still a spiritual power. At least there was still God. You know, it's better if you find the divinity, the divine inside your heart, the Christ Spirit inside your heart. But it's, at least you believed in it. Now they don't believe in it. They don't believe in conscience. They don't believe in... We're becoming a world of sociopaths that are forgetting how to relate to other human beings in caring and loving and meaningful ways. Do you know your neighbor's name? What do you know about your neighbor? Are you friends with your neighbor? Do you know what they believe? I'm sad to say, I've got to say that I don't know very much about my neighbors at all. So I'm as guilty as anybody is there. But I'm reaching out to you guys. Okay? I'm sharing with you guys, and in a way, you people, you that watch my videos, you are my neighbors. And you're learning about me, and through your comments I can learn about you. I'm about out of time. Please consider subscribing and sharing this video with others. Those that would like to be a patron, consider that as well. I put a lot of time into this and trying to share a message that's very important. If you hear that scratching sound, that's my dog with an empty water dish. I've got to go give her some water. Thank you. Have a good day.